Alright. I always start off my videos like that, don't I? Alright. That's okay. It's not like we're on TV. There's the D7 right there. I haven't really done anything with it. It's still very green. I say a lot, don't I, too? Somebody was counting at one point. Not really too worried about that, but what I do want to talk about is I got this model here. This is a build for a friend. I'm going to be putting this model together and giving back to said friend. And there's two different versions of this kit that you can make. If you notice, you can make it like the traditional kind of a 57 Chevy, or you can make it kind of this race car version. We're going to be going with the race car version. It's going to look like this in the end. I think there's two different motor configurations, and I will choose that as I go. But we'll see what I end up with. But I thought we'd take a look at this. I did fix my airbrush. Here's Mr. Airbrush here, all back together in working order. I did figure out that part in there. It was a little bit of a pain, but I basically had to sleep on it and go back to it in the morning, and I got it all set and working once again. So that's all set and happy with that. I will be using that again coming up. I have to, basically why I haven't done anything to the D7 is because I have to do all the taping now and masking of the top area and other little areas that have to get masked off, like on here, that I'm not quite sure about how I'm going to go about that because it's very, very small. So if you watch my prior videos when I did the Aztecing that I did on the NX-01, I did a lot of that by hand, so you know that's something I can do. It's just it's a little time consuming, so you know, and I have to tape off all this area, and then I have to choose a color, spray the gray. Gray will go on everything. Then I will do the chrome colors that they will be, or you know, other lighter grays or whatever they're going to be. I haven't decided yet on the grills, and that'll basically do it. I'll get the base all set up, I'll get the insignia painted, and that'll kind of take care of that. I just haven't got back to it yet, but I was with a friend. He gave me this model. I thought we'd take a look at it. So let's see if I can get this open here. This model is a 57 Chevy. It's called the Black Widow. It's pretty popular. It's by Revell, because I've seen it out there quite a bit. And yes, there are two different motor configurations for this model. I don't know if you can see there on the box. There's that one there, which is the more traditional, and I think the other one is like a supercharger type of thing, which is for the race car. I think I'm going to build the race car, but I'm going to put the traditional motor in it, so I think that's how I'm going to go. We'll see when I get to that. There's a few things that people do that I probably won't be doing on this, like stripping the chrome. I can see that to being an advantage at some point, and others not so much, so I don't know about that. But I like to wash the chrome when I get it on there. That does a pretty good job. Here's all the decals. Oddly enough, I don't know what these little decals over here are. I don't see them on the car. What the heck are they? I didn't even notice it until just now. What are they? I don't know. I don't know what these decals are. They're funny looking little patterns. I have no idea what those are. Maybe a distressed look to the windows? Anyway, find that out as we go. Right, here's the decals, all the race numbers and stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, here's the decal placement right here. It doesn't say what those things. I don't know what those are. It was very confusing. Like I said, anyway, here's the car itself, 57 Chevy, vroom vroom. 57, all sealed up in the plastic with the taillights in there or something red. It looks pretty good. It's a 57 Chevy. Looking pretty bad. Of course, here we have the chassis and exhaust and some other pieces, the motor, important stuff that we need. It's got some skinny tires on it, I tell you. These tires are pretty skinny. So it's got some tires. It's got the wheels, kind of a rally look kind of wheel. That's really cool. It's painted like a gray is the hood. That's important. The glass. This is all important as well. Or, you know, windows, not glass. Clear plastic parts. This is the seats and door panels and the floor, whatever they call it. This is the chrome parts, the front chrome, which is really kind of cool because it's pretty big part of the car. There's one thing on this I noticed though that is chromed that I don't know how I'll tackle. I've done this in the past where I used a pen. I used a paint pen and did the chrome. And I've seen other people do it with bare metal foil. I don't know if I want to go that route. And I've seen a different version of this done with tin foil and adhesive. Basically put the adhesive down, put the tin foil down, and then cut the excess away and you got chrome. I don't know that that'll work for me because it looked a little beyond, I don't know. Well, I might try something. But I think that's the only piece. Let's see, those are the chrome pieces there. Yeah, and then the trim in the back, that's definitely chrome, but that's not a chrome piece. So, tackling that, I think, will be an issue at some point. Getting that chrome just so will be fun. That probably will be the most challenging part of building this particular model. So that's kind of it. You know, it's all the parts, and here's the instruction sheet. It's basically put together a car. It's two different builds, one with one motor, one with the other. One's a race car, one's a not. And in the end, you got a 57 Chevy. And then you put the decals on, and then you drive into the sunset. So, I'll be putting this together at some point. I don't know how much I'm gonna jump on top of it. It does look like a fun build. But if you do recall, I did have not only the D7 that I was working on, I had a junkyard build that I was doing with two other cars that I was going to distress and then put them into a junkyard type scene. So I have to get back to that at some point as well. So that's, but I kind of caught up with the D7. But there's the Black Widow from Revell. I'll be putting it together in the future. This looks like it's a limited, it's a special edition. Optional parts and new tooling. Super cool. It looks really cool in that picture there. That's kind of what I want to achieve. But I know that is going to be difficult because of this chroming here and like this detailing here. Very, very difficult. I'm not sure if that's a decal or not. Because I know when I built my Chevelle, the V and the flags were not a decal, that they were on the the molding and the plastic, and they had to be painted. And I tried to paint them, and it was extremely difficult. They're very small, minute pieces, and they were very difficult to paint. As far as getting the chrome, I'm not sure how I'll tackle that either, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Sure. And you know, we'll see how that unfolds. It'll take me a little while to get this together. You know, is when these models go, it's the motor and then the chassis, and then of course the other thing is the paintwork. Paintwork is shiny gloss black. It's something I haven't really tackled, is trying to get paint to look shiny gloss color. And you know, I know there's a way of buffing it. You basically take some wax and you know, car wax, buff it down, and rub it into the paint and everything. I've seen some videos on it, but I've never really tried it, so that might be new for me too. So I don't know. Or you know, in some cases you just kind of, I've taken creative license on stuff, and I think when I did the Ford 3 or 4 window coupe or whatever it was, you know, I didn't do a shiny, I did a you know, like a base coat colored paint job on that with a dull kind of look to it, so, or a satin look. Maybe I'll go that route on this. Not quite sure yet, but this is for a friend. I'll be putting it together and giving it away, and so we'll see all that come together once I get to it. So that's the Black Widow, and basically still got the D7 over here. When I do get to it, I'm going to do all the taping off of the areas that I need to paint. Going to be painting everything gray that need to be gray, and then from there it's really just detail work. So it should come together relatively quick. I have a little inconsistencies with the paint job, but I'm not going to worry about them because I'm probably just going to weather this up at some point, and it doesn't have to be all that perfect. So that's a little bit for now to talk about. Just kind of want to feature that model, and I'll get this all taped up, and we'll get some color down on that, and that'll probably be up in the next video. So thanks again for all your comments on trying to help me fix my airbrush, and appreciate that. That was really helpful. Thanks.